to Leagues 2, Trailblazer. All our areas are unlocked. All our relics are unlocked. All our quests are complete. We can do anything in the game. So we're going to go do a birdhouse run. And then a farming run. And then other things for the amount of time it takes for that to be done again. And then do that all over. It's going to be the same thing over and over, with other things sandwiched in between. But it's so worthwhile, you just really can't not go do your runs. Let's see if we can get any good seeds, plant those trees, do the rest of the farm run over and over again until we have everything we need. I am cleaning up my bank to make all this easier to do. I have 4 long bones, which you can bring to this guy for construction XP. How much construction XP? 288,000. 67 construction. Fantastic. More levels means more XP for every single thing. Super cool. Next up on my list of things I want to do, we have a Jad Slayer task. And I'm going to try it with only melee. But before we do that, I think it would probably be a good idea to unlock Piety. Could help quite a bit. So we have some blue dragons to slay. Not slay as a Slayer task, because we can't do that. But we're getting dragon bones. We have some. We're probably going to need more. And then we can bring it to the Ectofunctus, and Piety will be ours. I went a little bit over the number of blue dragons I needed to kill for 70 prayer, because I decided to do this task here to craft 30 blue dragon hide bodies. 100 points. And crafting XP. And money from all the alks we're going to be able to do from that. But now, we've got just so many dragon bone meal. And it's so easy going back and forth. Let's get ourselves some prayer XP. 4,700 at a time. There's a little 62. Click, 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 click. 63. Go back to the bank. Oh yeah. So we were going for 70. We killed a few extra. Let's see what prayer level we end up with. Here is the last of the dragon bone meal. Using the crystal of memories and the ectofile, we can make it so we can literally stand in one square with access to the ectofunctus and a bank. So we use these last bits, and that's level 72. Suppose we can grab some ecto tokens. I guess that could be potentially useful when we get around to having a bone crusher. But 72 prayer, pretty good. We can now activate Piety. That's 100 points. And now I think it's time to take on the fight caves. Let's see how this goes. Here comes the first mage. Let's see if we can do this correctly. Okay, here he is. We need to time everything perfectly. Oh god, we're timing it poorly. Nope, that's not right. There's something you can do 2 hits. That's nope. If you time it right, you can do 2 hits for every hit that the frog does. But you're not doing it right yet. Let's try again. We need to attack like at the same time as the fireball comes out, I think. It's basically how this works. Not like that. We need to be attacking before the fireball, because when you see the animation, it's already attacked. Alright. I'm going to work on this, try to do better, and as these smaller guys come up, we're going to get some of our health back, which is going to be very beneficial. I'm going to try to not get 1 hit here. It's a process. Just a few more hits on this last guy, and it'll be time for Jan. Oh boy. Here we go. Magic. Back to melee. Magic. Melee. Literally never done a melee Jan before, so let's try not to mess this up at the last possible second, shall we? Magic. Then melee. Magic. Back to melee. Ranged. Ranged. We didn't even deal with the healers, my goodness. That was a mess is what that was. Anybody see that Slayer XP drop? It's probably ridiculous. 42-48. Not the best, but I was not really using any prayers except for when I needed defensive stuff and to kill the 90s when the 360s were available. But anyways, that's a Slayer cave. That is a Slayer task. Pretty sure the XP drop was over 300,000. But I was too busy trying not to die poorly. We didn't get the task for taking a hit, so we get to do that next time. But what we do get to do is wield the fire cape. 250 points. Grand total of usage of resources, 7 doses of prayer potion and a shark. Draining strikes, double damage, extra accuracy. Fantastic. I guess we can go pick up a new Slayer task. Ooh, I know where we should get a Slayer task from. But I have to prepare a little bit of stuff. So we'll be right back with a new Slayer task. I looked back at the clip. The Jagex XP drop was 404,000 Slayer XP. When you add that on to all the experience that we got while doing the fight caves, our Slayer is now 75, which is fantastic. Let's get a new assignment from Aschina. 19 black dragons, huh? That's fine. 10 points. Also, we completed the Easy Mortania Diary, which is 10 points. Now, if we mix together... Do I need to mince the garlic? Silver dust. Mortania Medium Diary. So let's go grab the XP lamps for this. That's what people normally do, right? They get a fire cape and then go complete an easy achievement diary. Totally legitimate. Alright, what kind of XP are we going to get from these? Again, straight into Herblore. 40,000. And 120,000.
No Herblore levels? I guess we are level 80. So I really can't complain that much. And with that, that is all the easy and medium diaries completed. So now, it's just a question of what requirements we have to complete the individual hard and elite diaries. I haven't looked into that much yet, but could be something to aim for here pretty soon. And now, something completely different. Medium task for obtaining 20 golden nuggets here at the MacLeod mine. This whole thing works pretty much the same as it normally does. Unfortunately, you can't bank pay dirt, so it doesn't send it to our bank. We just get twice as much as normal. Which, I guess it's something. It's going to make this whole thing basically twice as fast. So that's still pretty good. I just have to run back and forth twice as often. We're getting runite ore, which is interesting. Makes sense, since we're higher mining level here. Not that runite ore is going to be very useful with our currently level 60 smithing, but that's going to be useful later. It's a start. There is a hard task for catching 50 red chinchampas in Kandarin. I guess it has to specify in Kandarin, because there's also red chinchampas near Prifdinus. But anyways, 100 points, and a high enough hunter level to do this. Hard task. Set up a magic birdhouse. The best possible birdhouse you can possibly have in Trailblazer. Hopefully, we can get a lot of nests and some good seeds. Because so far, we've had only a handful of good seeds. But I guess that also comes with the fact that we haven't been doing very many birdhouse runs. So we really can't expect too many. I think I'm on like a single U and a single magic seed. Let's see if we can get anything from our final U birdhouse run. That's a few. Hey, 76 hunter. How nice. You distracted me from making my magic birdhouse. If I was a bird, I'd live in a magic birdhouse. Sounds like a great plan. None? Nothing at all. Fantastic. Okay. We got 2 chances. Anything good. 2 banana tree seeds. Not ideal. Fruit trees take so long to grow that we're already kind of, even with how little we do, we're already kind of backing up on fruit trees. But that's fine. We got plenty of time for farming. That's why we're going over here, to get more giant seaweed. Ah, crab. I'm trying to go underwater. Oh, we should press the buttons instead. Struggling. Struggling a lot. Also, we need to get some more seaweed spores. So we might worry about that later. I decided to go with baby black dragons for that Slayer task. Very quick, very easy. 15 Slayer points. I'm feeling like a bit of Slayer right now. We have 210 Slayer points and a lot of things we'd like to buy. So I have to start thinking about what we want in what order. We're currently 75 Slayer, so I think buying the Gargoyle Smasher would be ideal. Blue dragons, ooh. That's pretty good. I'm gonna do the adult dragons just for the prayer XP. That's fantastic. That's gonna be very good for the long-term progression of the account.
we go into the rewards here. Gargoyle Smasher is definitely on the table, but I might wait until we get the Gargoyle task first. We also want the Broad Fletching, Slayer Helm, Slayer Rings. I don't think any of these... Well, the Bigger and Badder unlocks the Superiors, so that's worth doing. We already got this for free. A lot of these aren't going to do anything because the tasks are locked to what they are in Trailblazer. But Bigger and Badder is also something I'd want. We already technically have this unlocked, which is weird that it's not already unlocked, but okay. Yeah, we got a lot of things in here we need. Don't think I'm going to do much with the extensions, but maybe. We'll see. A room pouch and a herb sack would be nice. We got 3 block slots we can use. We got a lot of Slayer to do. It's going to be a good time. Very beneficial. I cannot express how easily we obliterate blue dragons with everything that we have. Twice as fast attack speed, bonus accuracy, bonus damage. Always super potted, piety on. Don't even need to return to an altar or bring any prayer potions. Everything here is great. And then you can just pop back to the bank, store your piles and piles of loot. Great times. Great times. Okay, this was a great task. Steel dragons. They can't stop us. We get a whole bunch of cool stuff. Like all these steel bars. But more importantly than that, what was that, 13 kills? Dragon plate legs. Hard task complete. And it's not just that. Also, from these steel dragons, runite limbs. And that means rune crossbows. So let's go get those made. I needed to get 2 fletching levels and a ranged level for this. But I'm going to say it's probably worth it. Make a crossbow stock. Attach the crossbow stock. Attach the crossbow string. And that is Fletch a Rune Crossbow. 100 points. And it's basically the same alch. It's just the rune limbs, so I'm not going to bother using up a U-log for that. Wield the Rune Crossbow. Another 100 points. Unfortunately, we don't have any bolts. We've got bone bolts. I don't think those even work. So, Rune Crossbow, we've got it. Can't do anything with it, though. So that's unfortunate. But, that's one less thing we need to worry about for the future. So that's okay. Back to Slayer. Not much to say about this Troll's task. Got some seeds, got some herbs, got 15 Slayer points. A Ranar after the task is already done. Not gonna complain about that. Auto Retaliate, doing work for us, apparently. Also, we got a Book of Knowledge, which is, of course, going in Herblore. 19,000 XP. We are very close to the next level now. So that's good. Update on the Slayer level, 79. So we're getting very close to some really good unlocks. And since we're here, might as well see what our next assignment is. Something nice and beefy. Gives a whole bunch of Slayer XP. Hellhounds. I can work with that. We're going to get a nice handful of clue scrolls. And we'll have to worry about anything clogging up our inventory. Yeah, decent task. We'll probably stop part way through there once we get 80 Slayer and go see if we can get rune boots. But depends how I'm feeling. I stayed for the rest of the task, and now we're very nearly 81 Slayer. That's not going to stop me. We are going to go get rune boots. Rune boots time. There they are. Rune boots. Compared to the climbing boots, we get the same strength and a little bit more defense. It's something. Also, I think these are a stash unit requirement for clue scrolls later, so it's not completely pointless to go get these. And also, we got 2.5 inventories worth of fantastic loot. We got money, we got seeds, we got runes, but most importantly, we got a tooth half. Which means crystal key. 1 level of crafting is all it's gonna take. And we get another upgrade. 80 crafting. And that means just one thing. Dragonstone amulet. Strung. Oh, hard task. How fun. And enchanted. Gives us the Amulet of Glory. Power is 6, 6, 6, and 1. Glory is 10, 3, 6, and 3. So, technically it has less defensive bonuses. But the additional accuracy and prayer is much better. Especially with how everything works in Trailblazer. This is a substantial upgrade. Also, it just looks nice. Now we're not some power amulet pleb. Put that right next to my Ring of Wealth. We'll have to think about what we want to do with our next Dragonstone that we get. But that could be any amount of time, so I'm not going to worry about it. Monk's robes, top and bottom, and Zamorak monk robes, top and bottom. Acquired. Because we are going to the God Wars dungeon. An unfortunately timed Slayer task, to be sure. Spiritual creatures. Except we're not 83 Slayer, so we can't fight the mages. So we were just bumming around in this area, fighting mostly the melee guys, getting a handful of mediocre alks. 15 Slayer points. See what we get next. Another Hellhounds task. Leaves us 40,000 XP off of level 83. So that will not take too long at whatever our next task ends up being. We did get a genie lamp, which I'm putting in Herblore. It says 800, it's really 12,000. 81 Herblore, and that's Bruise. Not sure where we would use Bruise quite yet, but that option is now on the table, so that's good. Could get a lot of experience from that, from all the nests we get from birdhouses and such, so that's always a plus. Hellhound, what are you doing? Gonna drop a clue scroll for me? Of course not. Our next task is Skeletal Wyverns. And 50 points for fighting and beating one of them. Wyvern bones, all sorts of really nice drops. pretty decent task. Let's see if we get any fancy loot from this. Skeletal Wyverns task completed. Got all these lobsters on the floor. Might as well take them. Not that we need more different pieces of food. My goodness. But with that, we are level 83. So, as much as we just got rune boots, it's time to upgrade. Again. And we're just going to go check to see if it's our Slayer task, because that'd be super convenient. Whether or not it's our Slayer task, we're going to be going to get dragon boots. And it is Moss Giants times 38. Okay. That is a little bit easier than Skeletal Wyverns and Steel Dragons and the such. But hey, that's really easy Slayer points, so I'm not going to complain about that. But before we go fight some Moss Giants, Dragon Boots. And there they are. Literally only 34 kills for Dragon Boots. I'm not going to complain about that. 95 strength. 97. And that is a hard task. We didn't even get enough kills to unlock the Zami God Wars for when we come back here. So I'm just going to kill these imps so I don't need to think about that. And for the Trailblazer League, all of your God Wars kill count stays no matter what. So that's how we are still rocking the Ceradoman kill count from earlier. So that makes the whole doing the bosses thing pretty easy. Speaking of bosses, we're going to go fight some Moss Giants. And there's potential. We could get another Mossy Key. Fight Brow fight us some more. I don't know. We will see. Okay, that was silly fast. Everything here is ridiculously quick, but my goodness, this Moss Giant task. 75 Slayer points for that. I'll take it. 390 in total. That's a lot. Next task is Fire Giants, so we don't need anything unlocked for that. I'm just going to keep hoarding these points until we get a task that would give us superiors, or if we get gargoyles. Fire Giants. A little harder than the Moss Giants, but not very much. Pretty much everything is completely trivial in Trailblazer. Fire Giants task completed. 405 Slayer points now. We're definitely getting near where we should be buying stuff. I'm still not sure what we should buy first. My answer is going to come from whatever tasks we get. And also on that note, 84 Slayer, 164,000 XP to go. So if this is a long enough task, this could be the last one before 85. And it is 25 Fossil Island Wyverns. That is precisely not a long enough task to get to level 85. But hey, it's okay. Also of note, we got another Dragonstone. So I'm going to figure out what we want to do with that. And then go fight some wyverns. Doing a farm run is a medium task for harvesting an Irrit leaf. These are our first Irrits we've ever farmed. And we're just sitting over here with 86 farming. That makes sense. It's all good. We're getting plenty of drops now. There is the Fossil Island Wyverns task completed. Very easy.
Everything's easy. As soon as I find something difficult, you'll be the first to know. But for the time being, going swell. 73,000 XP to go till 85 Slayer. So, if we're lucky, this next task will be the last one we need to do before we get 85. Steel Dragons were good enough to get us 85 Slayer. Also, I find it very fun to just take all the steel bars. This is going to be pretty handy. How many steel bars do we have anyways? Let's check. From those 2 tasks, we have 193 steel bars. That's not bad. 193 steel bars I don't need to smelt ever. But back to what we were really doing. We have 85 Slayer. I think we all know what that means. Hard task for just defeating an Abyssal Demon in Mortania. Wonder if there's one for defeating an Abyssal Demon in Mistlin, because that's a thing you can do, since they count the Abyss as Mistlin. Anyways, our first kill was a Rune Square Shield, so that's a good start. Got it! Abyssal Whip. Very cool. Stat upgrade from 109.97 to 124.113 and 250 league points. Let's slow walk out of here. Yep. I'm leaving. Have fun. That's it. That's the video. This is a great place to stop. Well, one more thing we can talk about. The Abyssal Whip has shared XP. And that means equilibrium in all the skills. 25 million XP in all the melees is going to be absolutely trivial. I guess one more interesting thing we can show. Let's turn back around. We got more tooth halves. So if we just chuck everything into the bank, along with the crystal key from earlier, we now have 3 crystal keys. So, I checked. Adamant gloves are better than a combat bracelet, so we don't need that. One of these, I suppose, can be a glory in our house. That leaves us with 2 extra dragon stones. That's going to be useful at some point. I really need to go through all the items and whether or not we need them. There's going to be some alks in here. That's a problem for later. We got the whip. Now we can whip things, I guess. Anyways. That's enough Slayer for now. I've got something that I want to get unlocked. It's going to help us for the entire rest of the league in basically everything we do. And we'll talk about that next time in Trailblazer. Goodbye.